So Jacob, I think pretty good overall session out there. We got a good handle on, picking some better targets when we're on the tees, picking the proper spots where we're hitting approaches, and even, with some of the specialty situations we ran into out there, having to work it around a tree or kind of running under a tree, or even kind of working it a certain way into a whole location, try to get the ball closer. I think overall pretty good job with things. I think, obviously one thing I notice is, off the tee, we want to feel like we're just a little more focused on our target and not so worried about like I'm trying to guide it out there. I feel like the more you try to guide it, you kind of get into some trouble, and you lose that freedom of movement that you really do a nice job with overall in the golf swing. I think the last hour or so, pretty good, things to build on. But again, I think there's a lot that you can definitely work on going forward. Like I said, kind of picking those better targets, focusing on those off the tee, and just making some better decisions off the tee, right? You have plenty of length, so you don't always have to hit driver. You don't always feel like, I got to hit it down there as far as I can. Sometimes it's just playing to your strength and knowing, hey, you know what? Maybe the play here, I don't need to hit driver down there. I can take some stuff out of play by laying it back with a 4-iron or laying it back with 3 wood off the tee or something like that. Something to make sure we're getting the ball in play. That's one of the biggest things. You want to make sure we're keeping the ball in play, keeping it in front of us, especially on a golf course like Knickerbocker. Fairways are generous, but you get a little bit off, and that's where your game really starts to get tested.
Yeah, I think picking a target definitely, or picking a more specific target, definitely helped a lot, because I would tend to miss in spots that would just put myself short-sided, where I'd have no shot to get up and down. So it kind of just helping me with even, getting the back yardage to a green or the front yardage, that helped a lot. And I can definitely see how I can shave, hopefully 2 or 3 strokes from today.
Yeah, and it's one of the, like, even this last shot on 18, right? We kind of knew, like, even if we hit it a little long or even we're, a little bit short, we knew to hit it in the right spot. So we didn't leave it in the bunker and short side ourselves. And then it's a really, challenging par save, as opposed to, we had an opportunity to get up and down in front of your green and work with. Missing in the appropriate spots is kind of a big thing as you move forward. I think overall, pretty good session, and keep working on it. Hopefully, we'll get back out there in the next couple of weeks. All right.
Thank you, Eric.
Awesome. Really enjoyed it. Good time.